Hey guys, I'm gonna run you through how to set up a GoPro for your service. A lot of times now we're using the GoPros when we have baptisms at your campuses. So I want to just kind of give you the setup instructions for them, because you got to get in using a phone. I'll talk to your tech directors or your tech leaders about it and make sure that they know how to get the app on their phone and all the passwords and all that kind of stuff. So assuming they got that all done, this is how you actually set up the camera for use on a Sunday morning. Okay, so first things first, the camera, you need to get it plugged in, and you need to let it sit here and charge in the just charging mode for at least 15 minutes. If you try and power it on before that, you're going to have issues where it's going to drop out. It has to do with the batteries aren't as good as they used to be and stuff like that, so it just needs a bit of a time to build up a charge. Once that's done, on the side here there's a little button, and it's a Wi-Fi button. I'll just put my flashlight on here so you can see it. It's buried in this hole here on the right hand side. So I'm going to hold it in, and on the front you will see a blue light come on. There you go. The camera is now sending out its own Wi-Fi signal. So on the phone that has the software for it, you can get into the phone. I just got to get into mine here, and we're going to go into our settings, into our Wi-Fi settings, and what you'll see is a network called COTR GoPro 2. And why is mine not showing it again here? Come on. There we go. COTR GoPro 2. We're going to tell it yes, connect to it. Now, like I said, I will send the password for that to your tech directors so that they have it. Once that's up and running, you will need to run the app called Capture. It's from GoPro. You may need to create a login and stuff like that for it. But once you do, it will connect to the camera, and it might come up with another thing asking you which camera you want to connect to. In this case, it only sees the one, so we're good to go. And look at that, there's Isaac shooting a video of shooting video, which is now shooting a video. You get the idea. Anyway, okay, so the camera is powered on at this point. I'm going to get rid of the software for a sec. We're going to go through the connections that need to be hooked up. So on the side of the camera, you obviously have two lines that plug in. They only plug in one way. One is the power, one is the video signal out. So the lines, when we go down, one will be the power, obviously. The other one that has the HDMI connector on it, you need to plug it into this little AJA conversion box. So it's going to take the HDMI signal in, and then I will have supplied to you a nice long, it's a 150-foot SDI cable. So you're going to take that and you're going to plug it into either one of the outputs here. Doesn't matter which one, they're both the same. Okay, so that's going to be your SDI out. You will now run that camera line all the way back to your front of house console, and when you open up the back of it, you will see a switcher. Now in the case of North End, your switcher isn't in a front of house console like this, but there is a switcher back in there. We've put a short little extension on it for the camera line just because there's no way you're going to get back in there. So you'll plug the line in to here. Now we've connected the camera to the switcher. I'm just going to go back and show you on the box here again. It does have a little light on one side. That just lets you know that it's getting a signal from the camera and it's locked the resolution in. So, you know, it's all good to go there. If we go around the other side now to the switcher, which will be on your ProPresenter machine, this is the multi-viewer for it. You can see now that we have a camera input there. It's good to go. If we look on the control software for it, you have your ProPresenter, your stream, and a cam button here. Now if this isn't set up, let me know. I can get onto your system. I can set this up in a few minutes, but once it's set up once, it's good to go from then on. So just take a look, make sure that's good. So once it's there, this is all you're going to do. Is in your preview side, you're going to click on cam. It's going to show up in your preview window. When you want that camera on, you just treat it like, going back and forth between a stream. It shows up there. Now what you're not going to do is you're not going to overlay lyrics or anything else on this. It gets to be a little complex, and depending on your campus, you might be putting lyrics up top or full screen. It's going to be over top people's faces. So for the most part right now, we're just not going to run lyrics while the baptisms are going on. As soon as the baptisms are done, you'll go back onto your switcher, fire up ProPresenter in your preview, take it auto again, and now you're back to the ProPresenter screen. So hopefully that answers your questions. You just got to make sure that the camera is all connected properly into the stuff. In that software, I'll just let you know as well too. I'll go back into mine here. Of course, I'll have to connect to, oh, I am connected. Look at that. Go back into capture here. In the software, there's a little gear on the bottom corner of it there. If you click on that, that'll get you into a mode where you can delete all the files off the card that's in the camera if you want to record it. And then when you're back on this screen here, there's a record button right there. If you hit that, that will start the camera recording, and it will actually give you a better quality image on your switcher. The way the GoPros work is they just give you kind of a low-res output until you're recording. Once you're into record mode, it gives you a better one. So remember to start the recording before your baptisms start. Doesn't have to be long before the service, but you can start it before the service if you want. It'll record for a couple hours. That's not a problem. And then when you're done, you go back, you'll stop the recording. You can leave the files on there, but there is a power